What is going on? We're ready to do a live 2019 fantasy football expert draft. It's with Instagram pages here on Instagram. And it's got some medium-sized Instagram pages, a couple decent-size, large-size Instagram pages, and I'm going to invite them right now to join in the fun. So bear with me as I set this up. We're going to be live drafting in about 3 or 4 minutes. Let me get this link over to everybody on IG and make sure that they have it. So 1 second while I send that out. Boom. That sucker is sent. I'm going to go live here on IG, let people know we're here. This is an Instagram draft, but we're going to be doing it here on YouTube. Okay, so get ready. We are live drafting here. This is not a mock draft. This is not a mock draft. This is a real draft, an expert draft, and we're going to throw the smackdown on these guys. I'm spilling all over myself because I'm so excited. That's fantastic. All over. What do I say mock draft? Let's live draft. Let's real draft. Okay, let's get it going here. I'm going to split screen, show you guys the draft. Instagram, get on over to youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow. We're what do I keep saying it? We're not mock drafting. We're live drafting. It's an Instagram. I think I need to log off. I think I've had enough today. An Instagram live draft with a bunch of the Instagram pages probably already in here. So get on over to youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow and let's get to it. Thank you, Nolan. Devin Singletary, that's right. That's right, Nolan. Nolan knows what's up. Okay, so that is good. Let me go ahead and get this up and going. Big Dog is on the clock. You're on the clock. We're on the clock. I got to take Kamara. We almost got timed out there. But Alvin Kamara is on our roster. I'm using this app here. Your picks. Team. Can we show all teams? Boom. There we go. Here's the draft. We're live drafting, not mock drafting, live drafting. Devin is my father, says review that. Good lick, Smitty. Who else is in this league? I got it right here on the right-hand side. You should be able to see if anybody put their Instagram handles in there. I'm not sure if they all did. This is, I forgot to mention the most important part. This is 6 experts are in this draft, 6 followers that were chosen by Fantasy Guru, who is the commissioner and host and gracious inviter of me in this league. Look at that. Elliott went 4, as he should go 4. Mike Thomas went number 5. That is the highest I've seen Mike Thomas go in a long while. That was from Team Commish. He's on Instagram. The Fantasy Commissioner or Fantasy Commish. Team Ace, Fantasy Ace took Hopkins. Adams went number 6. We are going to smoke them in this draft. What's up, Guru? Spencer the Guru's in here. This is the host. You can see his little logo there. Fantasy Guru, Guru Nation. He calls his peeps. What's up, Guru? Thanks for the invite. And get ready to be smoked. Alvin Kamara. I had 9 seconds left. I came in and I'm like, boom, Kamara. That's how I roll. I don't screw around. I don't sit on the clock for 60 seconds. I come in when I have 9 seconds left and I make my pick. That's how I activate my roster. I said Alvin Kamara activated. Thanks, Chuck. So we are at pick 9, David Johnson. Pick 8, Joe Mixon. Guru. Haven't I told you, Guru, that Joe Mixon's a bust in the first round? We've already had this conversation. But Guru doesn't listen. Guru does his own thing. He got his man Mixon. I respect Guru for sticking to his guns. But Mixon in the first round, Guru?
No.
Mixon in the first round, guys?
No.
No Mixon in the first round. I spilled Coke all over myself. What's up, Jake? Jake is the commish. So Jake is also in this league. Jake, it's nice to have you on the Fantasy Football Show. We've got James Conner at 10. Another potential bust candidate at first round value because, and no offense, team Glusman, Adam, I just don't like the fact that he's looking over his shoulder at Jalen Samuels and Benny Snell all season long. I know everybody's going to say they don't run a running back by committee. The team has already said we're going to potentially do that. So, Fantasy Maester. Mixon, yeah. Mixon, no. Mixon's take a lap worthy. Now, Fantasy Follow took Dalvin Cook. I like that pick. Julio goes 12. You can see it right in front of you. I don't know that I need to read it off constantly, but man, Gurley went 13. Another potential. So, Julio and Gurley, I'm not saying I think Julio is going to bust, but I am definitely taking guys like Odell and Mike Thomas and obviously Hopkins and Devontae Adams over Julio because I fear that at some point we're going to be faced with Julio's decline, and he doesn't get the touchdowns that those other players get. So the foot worries me. Could I be a year early in avoiding Julio? For sure. He could absolutely be a top 5 wide receiver this year. No question about it. I'm just worried that I'm going to own him the 1 year he finally tails off. Juju Smith-Schuster, I like that pick. Nick Chubb at 15, I love that pick. Odell Beckham Jr. to Fantasy Follow, I like that pick. So you take Cook and you take Odell, 2 of my favorite players to grab. Nice job, Fantasy Follow, in that range. Smitty, with the early picks, you're going to wind up with a monster squad, Gabriel says. That's what I love when Mixon, Connor, Gurley are all up in that upper area. Makes me happy when I get on the clock. Okay, so these are the players that are available. Bell, Hill, Kelsey, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans. There you go. Let's go back. Chat, your picks. This is the draft order here. Lev Bell just went. Tyreek Hill just went. We're getting closer to being on the clock. We're at pick 23. Tyreek Hill just went. Kelsey just went at 19. The players that are available are right here. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen. Mike Evans just went. Team Universe is next. Then M Song 13. Antonio Brown just went. We are on deck. On deck. Who are we going with, guys? Who are we going with? Call it out. Call it out. And it went Keenan Allen. We're on the clock. Don't want carry on. We got Kittle. We got Damien Williams. We got Patty Mahomes, David Montgomery. I'm going to narrow it down for us, and let's decide who we're going with. I'm going with Kittle, Mahomes, and I'm wearing everything on my sleeve here because we have another pick coming up. Who we taking? Who we taking? Who we taking? Monty, that's a little early. I'm going to wait. Who we taking? No one likes Pat Mahomes here? I don't care what people think about early QBs. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. I don't care what people say. I've got Pat Mahomes and I got Alvin Kamara. That's all I need. Now, not everybody's going to like that. And that's okay. Kittle, D. Willie, Montgomery. We got a ton of options here for our next pick. So here's the log. So it went carry on Cooper. So it's our choice here of whoever we want of the remaining guys. Do we go Kittle? Do we go Montgomery? Or Damien? Do we go Damien? Do we go with the double? I got Montgomery in a ton of leagues. And I love him. But do we go Damien? Should we go Damien? Do we go Mahomes, Kamara, Damien? What do you guys think? 30 seconds. Should have waited for Lamar Jackson. No, thank you. Review that. I ain't owning Lamar Jackson. What are we doing? Damien? Come on. Where's the Damien love? I'm going Damien. I like Damien and I like Monty a lot. I own Monty in a lot of leagues, so I did want to mix things up just a tad. Damian Williams, Patty Mahomes, and Alvin Kamara. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, I know what you're going to say. Smitty, why did you take a QB early? I always wait on a QB. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't do things the way that other people do them. I don't follow... I go against the grain, but not just to go against the grain. I go against the grain for... I have rhyme and reason to what I do. Pat Mahomes is, in my opinion, going to repeat and have a 50 total TD season. Will he throw for 45 and run for 5? Maybe. Will he throw for 48 instead of 5,000 yards, 4,800? Maybe. But I think Pat Mahomes, once a season kicks off, once you're into week 1, nobody's going to trade Pat Mahomes for the number 12 overall pick, the number 11 overall pick. So you're talking about a Julio Jones. You're talking about guys in that range. No one is going to give you Pat Mahomes for that player once the season kicks off. So what does that tell you? Yeah, I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan at all. I ain't going Lamar. Absolutely no way. What does that tell you when Mahomes can't be had for anything less than a top 6 overall pick when the season kicks off? That tells you that his draft value does not match reality when a season is underway. That tells you that Mahomes should be taken in the top 8 to 12 to 13, 14 overall. That's what it tells you. And I find it funny, and I love it. I love when people think I don't know what I'm doing or that I'm new to this because I take Pat Mahomes in the second round. I love it. It absolutely fuels me. I absolutely love it. It makes me excited because there is a rhyme or reason to taking a QB like that. If you believe they're going to score 50 TDs and you look at how that QB matched with the wide receiver, and it used to be, this was my example I used to give, Pat Mahomes and Boyd, who used to go really, really late. And so when I made these arguments in March and April, I'd say the wide receiver I take in round 6, where you take your QB, is going to rival the wide receiver you take in round 2, where I take Patty Mahomes, or round 3, top of round 3. And all I get from people is, you can take a QB that's so close in the 6th round. Why would you do that? Because my Pat Mahomes and Tyler Boyd, and now Tyler Boyd's moved up, but that was my example, and I would have nailed that in any draft that I got those two players. My Mahomes and Boyd was equivalent to your T.Y. Hilton and your freaking Matt Ryan. Super, the reason I didn't take Monty is I own him in every single league, and what I preach, I try and practice, and that's don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I love Damien Williams, my friend. I absolutely love him. Him and Darwin are fantasy gold. And, yeah. So, I have no problem taking Damien. Damien's top 5 to 10 material. So is Monty. And Monty will play like that per start. But Monty's also a rookie. Rookies hit rookie walls. So, if forced to take one of Damien and Darwin versus Montgomery, I would go 50-50 because of the rookie wall, because of all that. I love Monty. I love him. But I love Montgomery went at 32. Fell pretty far. Kittle fell down to 29. Jacobs. Carson went way too high. So at our Damien Williams pick, we took Carson went after us. Jacobs, Kittle, Aaron Jones, Fournette, David Montgomery, Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs. That's where we're at currently in the draft. You have the chance to pick up Kyler Murray off waivers. You already have Baker Mayfield, pass on Murray, drop Hilliard. I just keep Hilliard, man, for right now. So damn pumped about Devin this year's good. Yes, review that. Devin Singletary in the top 10 bold predictions. So excited. All of you that took advantage of that content that was... I beat a dead horse on a lot of topics. Darwin Thompson, Damien's one of them. But Devin Singletary was one. So I thank you guys for putting up with that content over and over. But look what happened. Look what happened. Such a surprise that Devin Singletary has risen to the top. Yeah, super. It's always one person. Zeke, Dalvin, Tyreek, Diggs, Cook. Nice. After Mahomes, who would you take at QB? I like Aaron Rodgers. I love Odell Beckham. Or I'm sorry, Baker, touchdown maker. Who's Devin Singletary? Says Damar. Damar, take a lap. All right, we're getting closer. Let's look at the players that are available. So we're what? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of roughly 10 picks away. These are the best players available. Derrick Henry, Robert Woods, Galladay, Hilton, Kupp, Ingram, Godwin, Lockett, Jeffrey, Williams, Boyd, Ridley, Gordon, Mack, Lindsey. Kind of reading them off there. We're getting closer. Jared, you're in this draft? You're Bill Cosby sleepers? That's wrong, Jared. Jaws took Singletary in 2 dinos. Hey, we have 120 people in the room right now and only 26 thumbs up. What the hell is up with that? Please hit the thumbs up if you're in the room and enjoying this content at all. Team Glusman is on the clock. Chad, great content question. I have Breda and Singletary, need one for my flex. Well, you have one, and his name is Devin Singletary, and asking me Breda or Singletary deserves a lap. Breda over Singletary?
No!
Come on, bro. I think we need to put the take a lap sign up. I love you. You said you're happy you're here. You like the content, but take a lap. It's okay. We all do it at one point or another. But Devin Singletary, no. You take a lap on that one. You take a lap. A hard lap. Smitty, you think DJ eats this year in that Cards offense? I think he could. There's a little risk, but I don't think the risk is that great. I think that spread out Arizona attack is pretty darn good. So Sony Michelle's up. Let me show you guys from the top. Saquon Barkley, Kamara, McCaffrey, Elliott, Mike Thomas, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Joe Mixon, DJ, Connor, Cook, Julio, Gurley, Odell, Nick Chubb, Juju, Lev Bell, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Evans, Brown, Keenan, Mahomes, that was us. Eat it up. Carry on. Cooper, Damien, that was us. Carson, Jacobs, Kittle, Aaron Jones, Fournette, DeMont, Thielen, Diggs, Ertz, Freeman, Cooks, Derrick Henry, Lockett, Michelle, Hilton, Edelman. We're getting closer. This is taking a while. I don't like the 2 pick because of how long you have to freaking wait. It's like an eternity. Willie, I was offered Josh Jacobs for Devin Singletary. Do you accept? Honestly, I'd rather have Devin Singletary. And if you don't like it, people, if you think Josh Jacobs is just that much better, then enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Gordon and Yeldon. Not sure what that means. Melvin Gordon just went to Jonathan. That's who I would have taken. He sniped me. I would have been plenty happy with that this late. I know there's risk involved in that, but whatever. Yes, I believe he will prove to be Kyle. Joe Sim. I'm not sure what you're saying there with Gordon Yeldon. If somebody asked maybe who. Oh, who the other running back is in Buffalo. Smitty, take a lap. For what, Poindexter? I ain't taking a lap for nothing. Come on, Sean, take a lap. That's ridiculous. Or Penny. How do you compare Penny to him? All right, 127 people in the room, only 50 thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel, helps the show, and it helps me bring you more content because it makes me able to produce more videos and create a better show for all of you. We're on the clock. Godwin just went. That's a shame. I would have been plenty happy with Godwin. I'm thinking Ridley. Tell me what you guys think. Ridley, Galladay's not a bad option. I love Ridley. I think Ridley is a fantastic wide receiver, and he's going to break out in a major way. Lindsey's available. Tevin Coleman, Cooper Kupp. What are you guys thinking? I'm kind of feeling Ridley. I know we got a slight delay, but 20 seconds left. Ridley. I'm going to ask you guys a little bit earlier because there's a little bit of a delay, but we did go with the correct player. Who do we want next? Toss it out now because there are two picks in between. Galladay, Kupp, Ingram, Jeffrey, Williams, DJ Moore, Tyler Boyd, Josh Gordon, Marlon Mack, who just went. Galladay just went, so Galladay's not an option anymore. Boyd, I'm not all about Kupp. Boyd, a lot of Boyd. A lot of Boyd action. Not a fan of Kupp. A lot of Boyd. I'm feeling Boyd myself. A lot of people saying Boyd. Some say Josh Gordon. Some say Jeffrey. Not a fan of Cooper Kupp. Let's go Boyd. Tyler Boyd! Let's take a look at this team. We got a ways before we're up. There's the roster. So going zero wide receiver, we got Kamara. We got Mahomes. We got Damien Williams. We got Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd. Very underrated wide receivers given our zero wide receiver approach. I'm pretty happy with this team. Do I like a more balanced team? Yeah. Fantasy Ball, you can see my roster in order of who I selected and at what pick right in front of you there. So we're going to wait a bit until team commish is up. I like it, man. Kamara, Patty Mahomes, those two alone are going to carry us week after week. And throw in Damien. Calvin Ridley is going to have, I think, borderline top 12, maybe top 10 earmuffs Julio Jones owners. But this guy is the future of that passing attack. And the future is not that far off. I know everybody thinks that Julio's going to survive and live forever with that bionic foot, but he's not. Maybe, Cooper. Hopefully. Michael Song says we stole Boyd. Well, you stole someone from us too, I remember. Boyd over Gordon. Casta says Boyd over Gordon and Singletary over Jacobs. I've watched enough now. So you're done. You're done with us? You're done? You're done with us, huh? I did fantasy ball. I'm not saying draft him over him. Ridley and Singletary, that's a tough call for week one, bro. I mean, in PPR, Ridley's money, but you could go either way. Let's take a look at the draft log here. So that's our team. Kamara, Patty Mahomes, Damien Williams, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd. I freaking love that team. Let's go all teams. Watson just went. D.D. Westbrook just went. Landry just went. Tevin Coleman. Then Cooper Kupp. Then Josh Gordon just went to Real Guru. Before Watson, Song took Ingram. Then Boyd was our pick. And then you're kind of caught up. So that's currently where we're at. Silva, you'll have to see who I pick for my sleeper defense, okay? I don't want to say it right now. I can't reveal everything before I make the selection. Easily, Kevin, easily. Ridley or Mike Williams, I assume you mean. I would say Ridley because I just picked him before Mike, so that's my take on that. Should I take a lap, Dad? No, that's a decent question. Casta, he ain't slow, bro. He ain't slow at all. He's the quickest left to right shifty runner in the NFL already. And Casta, that might make you want to leave. But that's okay. I want you to stay. His 40 time was also, if you look into it, he wasn't having a good day. But he's got a quicker time than that. If you research it. Left to right, he's the quickest running back coming out of this draft class. He's going to break ankles. Maya, I'm not sure Singletary is going to be used all in during the early weeks. We'll find out. Galladay or Lockett? Galladay. I'm not a big Lockett supporter. Ellie, you're right. But shh. Lap game is strong, AJ. Michael drop Andrews. What? What's up? What is that? Sketch? Or is that sketch? Looks like an L. Thoughts on Moncrief? Not much thoughts at all. Smitty, greater than John Hanson? My ball? I hope so. Lindsey just went. Allen Robinson went before that. Mike Williams went before that. Josh Gordon, Cooper Kupp, Tevin Coleman, Landry, Westbrook. Look at it go. We are getting closer to being on the clock, but damn, this is a long wait. What's funny about that, Fantasy Ball? Hey, Smitty, should I trade Jarvis for Calvin Ridley? I probably would. I picked up Gurley 1.7, good or bad? Not good, not good, Wesley. He's on the decline, bro. He's been my biggest bust candidate for the entire offseason. I stay well away from him. And if you get him, you better damn well get Darrell Henderson. What's up, 44? Thoughts on Hyde? I don't have much thoughts on Hyde at all. They've got us waiting so long. Yeah, they do. Duke Johnson. Kind of like that. I like Duke. You can't convince everybody, Nolan. It's okay. Everybody made fun of me for predicting Mahomes. Everybody made fun of me for predicting Connor and Fournette's bust. You're right. That's typical stuff. I can't tell you how many times people like fantasy ball come in and they're like, this guy's crazy. Like, just because I don't follow a norm or a regular, because I have my own opinion that doesn't match. When your opinion doesn't match somebody that's very negative, and you find typically most people that are negative, they're negative on everyone's channel, and you see that when you you look around. It's because they have to find something that they want to be negative about. Even if you do a whole show, hour and a half show, they come out and they're like negative about one thing every single time. They can't just be like, hey, I like that, or hey, guys, I kind of like this guy. They literally come in, they watch the whole show, and once they find something that they don't like, they're like, why would you think this? You did your main draft, Adams, Cook, David Montgomery, Galladay, Rodgers. You cleaned up, Anthony. You cleaned up. Thielen over Diggs, probably. John Brown, Albert Wilson, Gallup. Who would you pick out of those three? Probably Gallup. But it's... What do I think about Derrick Henry? I think Derrick Henry could be a running back. I don't know. A really decent running back too, but more of like a guy you take in the fourth or fifth, but you take him any higher, and I think you're running the risk of getting disappointed. Murray's going to be this year's Mahomes. He could. He's really good, but I don't think anybody's going to pass Mahomes. But he could be like one of those guys. People are like, his first year, how good could he be? And then he blows up. Kyler could be amazing. O.J. Howard, number 65, to the Guru. How many people we got in the room? Geist just went. It could be interesting. 154 people in the room. Hit the thumbs up, people, if you like anything you see. Aaron Rodgers falling to 67. That's pretty damn good value. That would have been the only reason I wouldn't have taken Patty Mahomes, was to get Rodgers. Okay, so we gotta decide who we want, guys. Here's the available players. Who are we going with? Who are we going with? We're on the clock. Oh, whoops. I know who we're going with. It's a little guy named Devin Singletary. How he fell, I have no idea. I had to scroll all the way down to find him. I was a little afraid that he was taken. Let's see who's available at wide receiver. Michael, I'm kind of thinking that, but AJ Green or him. You know what I mean? But who's up? Matt Ryan went. Big Dog is back on the clock. Then it's us. He goes Will Fuller. Guys, I practice what I preach. It's so important to get Thompson if you own Damien, because it protects you into top 5 to 10 running back numbers. Yes, I could take a wide receiver here. Do I want AJ Green here? I freaking do. I want AJ Green really badly here given the value, but I have to take Darwin Thompson. I have to. If I don't, I'm an idiot. And I'm not an idiot. Not today. Look at Anthony with the $19.99 super chat. Love the knowledge, bro, says Anthony. Anthony, I'm going to leave your message up here for a bit to say thank you, Anthony. Anthony is relatively new to the channel, right? But you are a diehard already. Look at this roster. Kamara, Patty Mahomes. Kamara, Patty Mahomes, Damien Williams with Darwin Thompson, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, Devin Singletary. Fire. I want everybody to rain fire right now for Devin Singletary. On the count of 3, we are going to fire up this chat with Devin Singletary rain. I want to make it rain fire. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, make it rain fire. Rain fire. I know we have like a 5-second delay. Where's the fire? With the delay. There's the fire. It's always a 5-second delay. But please rain fire for our boy Devin Singletary. There we go. Here it comes. Here comes the fire. I love this team. I love it. There's the fire. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining Devin Singletary fire. You know what would make me happy? There's Larry. That makes me happy too. I like when you're in the chat, Larry. What would make me happy is if who is the hater? Poindexter. He's raining clowns. Who was the hater? That'd be great if he was firing right now. He was like already sold. Like we converted the hater already. That's my goal is when I get a hater, I want to convert him by the end of the show. And we already got 75 thumbs up. I appreciate that. I do hope we get over 200 viewers in the show. I wish I could live stream. Maybe I can to my iPad here. Let's see if we can live stream here at the same time without screwing things up. Without screwing things up. It's still raining fire. What are your thoughts on Seahawks defense? Not sure. I missed some of that. Important Thompson and Singletary pair. Importance of Thompson and Singletary pair. Review that. Singletary doesn't need a pair, but I think Darrell Thompson needs to be 100% paired to your Damien Williams. If that's what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. Let's get on Instagram real quick and tell people what's up. Enable live. Okay. There we go. Instagram. What are you doing over there, buddy? I missed the $5 super chat earlier. What? Who? Who did I miss? I'm sorry. Who's there? Who did I miss? I never miss a super chatter. Aw, Ponzer. I'm sorry, bro. Damn it. Ponzer. Are you still here, Ponzer? Ponzer. Come back, Ponzer. Gotta drop one from my bench. Are we on the clock yet? No. That sucked a timeout on a live. Gotta drop one from my bench. Which one? MVS, Kiki, Miller, Crowder, Freeman, Madison. Not Madison. Singletary, no. Or Hill. Justice Hill. I would say Kiki because he's hurt. So I would drop Kiki, Ponzer. Ponzer, I apologize. I can't believe I missed it. Are you still here, sir? Please ask another question. You go straight to the top. Instagram, what are you doing over here? Get on over to youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow. That's where we're drafting live right now as we speak. And guess, let me show you my roster Instagram. You're going to love this Instagram. Here's my roster. It's backwards. Can you read backwards? It's Kamara, Mahomes, Damien Williams, paired with Darwin Thompson, And then Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, Devin Singletary, and, Darwin Thompson. Posner, where are you? Posner! I think Posner left. He asked me a question in a super chat, and I didn't even see it. Thanks, Dennis. Okay, we're getting close. Let's see who's available. I need you guys' expertise. Penny, Barber, Hines, McCoy. We're live, but I'll keep you guys updated on Instagram. It's an Instagram draft, but I'm doing a live stream here on YouTube. Where's Posner? Posner, where are you? Who we drafting? Balaj. These are the running backs. Let's go over to QB. We already have a QB. I just want to see who's available. Who we going with, YouTube? Who we going with, Instagram? Can Zeke sign? I hope he signs by the weekend. I've already talked a lot about that. Zeke Elliott should sign this weekend. If he doesn't, I still think he'll get ready and get signed and be done. Yeah, sorry, Posner. Did he leave? Did Posner really leave? If so, that blows. I'm sorry, Posner. Smitty running backs are DJ and Aaron Jones, Gordon, Monty, Darwin. Nice job. Well, I don't know that because you don't have Chubb, I don't know that I'd be blowing your whole wad on that. But what if Andy Reid wants LeSean McCoy back? Your bold prediction, Maya? I don't care. Carlos Hyde, not worth the sign. Man versus life. Burritos are just large tacos. It's actually true. It's actually very true. Probably the truest thing that was said all night, to be honest. You got DD, nice job. Oh, am I on the clock? Woo! Oh! With the delay, I could easily time out, and then you guys say, Smitty, you're up, and these lives oftentimes have a slight delay. Posner, drop Kiki because he's hurt. I hope Posner comes back. If not, I'm going to email him. All right, let's see who went. All teams. So since we drafted our Darwin Thompson pick right at the top of the screen there, it went Eckler, Shepard, Drake, Marvin Jones, Lat Murray, Robbie Anderson, Jared Cook, Baker Mayfield. That was a steal at 82. AJ Green was a good pick at 83. Christian Kirk, Royce Freeman, Darrell Henderson, which was a good pick. Breda, Washington, Wentz, Sanders, Watkins, Kyler Murray went to Team Commish at 92. I like that pick. And we are 3 picks away. So let's get ready and tell me who you guys like. So we don't need a QB. I was just kind of checking that out. Running backs, there's Penny, Barber, Hines. What are you guys thinking here? Balaj, Samuels, Pollard, Harris. At wide receiver, we're looking at Curtis Samuel, Corey Davis, Crowder, Fitz, Sutton, Gallup, Kiki. I just said to drop because he's hurt. He's hurt. We are 1 pick away. What are you guys thinking? Who are you thinking? Who do we take? Eli, Lamar. Don't like Lamar, but Todd Gurley, and Connor and Todd Gurley, I'm staying clear from. Lamar Jackson, I'm staying clear from. Eli, that's like a team. Cooper Kupp, I'm staying completely clear from. And Lockett, I'm staying clear from. Every single one of those players is a do not draft for me. Who are we going with? Posner! You could drop Crowder or Kiki, don't worry. But who are we going here? Samuel. Which Samuel? I'm getting a lot of Samuel. Get a lot of mixed picks here. So Samuel, Curtis Samuel. We taking Curtis? Let's take Curtis. I'm okay with that. I like Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel Instagram. Johnny, I have Saquon, Nick Chubb, Mike Evans, Godwin, Ridley, David Montgomery, James White, Crowder, Austin Hooper, nice job. We're up again. Let's see who's available at Tiggity tight end. Do we go with our running back favorite, guys? Do we go with our running back favorite who is on screen here? Do we go with our running back favorite who is on screen here? Or do we go with Njoku? Let's hear it. We have 34 seconds left. I'm not feeling the Gallup pick right here. David Njoku is come on down, buddy. Okay, we have a ton of time before our next pick. This takes forever. All positions, that's who's left. Here's our team. Here's our little team of fire. Njoku it is. We went Alvin Kamara. What am I doing? I got a bell. Why am I snapping? Why would I snap if I have a bell? Does anybody... I need to take a lap. Do I take a lap right now? I don't think I have time. I need to take a lap. Alvin Kamara. Pat Mahomes. Damien Williams. Did I break the bell? Oh, no. Damien Williams. Calvin Ridley. Tyler Boyd. Devin Singletary. Darwin Thompson. Curtis Samuel. David Njoku. Dylan. Love the team, Smitty. David. I got a lot of hate drafting Calvin Ridley. What are your thoughts on him this year? I got him on this team, boy. And I think Calvin Ridley's going to drop some massive loads in 2019 on your league mates' faces. That's what I think about Calvin Ridley. I think your league mates are going to wish that they never said that, and you need to screenshot that shot. Okay? Screenshot it. Screenshot it as much of it as you can, just like I've screenshotted all the Smitty, Devin Singletary is too small. Smitty, Devin Singletary can't move left to right like you say. He's a tiny guy. I have screenshots all over the place. Instagram, let's see how you're doing over here. What about Daryl Henderson, my dog? I love Daryl Henderson. Took the lap for you. Thank you, Larry. That's what she said. Says review that. Mark, who would be your running back 5? Let me put these on the screen. I don't know why I'm not sharing the questions as I read them. Who would be your running back 5 if the top 4 are gone? Top 4 being Zeke as one of those. My running back 5 is Dalvin Cook. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Dalvin Cook is my running back. Cinco. DJ's arguable. Do I take Dalvin Cook at 5? No. I probably take Hopkins. Then I probably take Devontae Adams. How do you not take Devontae Adams after Ocho Cinco cried like a little baby when all Devontae Adams did was send him video of him running routes? And it made Ocho Cinco, who I didn't think was the most emotional guy. I mean, I know he's full of emotion and passion, but he's so cocky, arrogant. To make Ocho Cinco cry, I really have to question why I don't have Devontae Adams. Maybe he needs to be the one. If his routes are making Ocho Cinco cry, I gotta see these routes. I wish Devontae would send me the footage, because if I cried watching it, I would take him as a top wide receiver. I can tell you that right now. But Devontae Adams, then I look at Cook. I really do. After you're looking at, so you got at 5, you got Hopkins. At 6, Devontae Adams. I honestly would think of drafting Cook at 7 or 8. I don't care what people think. I'll reach a little bit if I have to. And especially when you reach for Cook at that range. So if you reach for Cook at 7 or 8, you're not hurting yourself because the wide receivers that are available at the top half of the second round are as good as the wide receivers going near that 7, 8, 9 range. So while people take Julio, you take Mike Thomas in the second round. If Mike Thomas doesn't fall to the second round, Odell Beckham Jr. is sitting there. Mike Evans is down the way. I'm okay with Cook and Mike Evans. But what's great about this year is that when you have a bookend pick, 12 and 13, or if you have 11 and 14, you're not forced to go wide receiver anymore, or running back anymore. You now have the choice because of the plethora of options of going balanced. When all things are equal, balance is good. I take best player available every time. But when balance is capable of happening with those bookend picks, there are a lot of running backs and wide receivers of almost equal talent available. That's what that tells you. So when you can go Cook and Odell, or go Chubb and Odell, or Chubb and Mike Thomas, Chubb and Evans, Cook and Evans, or you could go Mike Thomas and Chubb. And if Cook falls, I don't think he'll fall anymore, but you could go Mike Thomas and Cook. They fall, and we're getting closer. We might need to look at who is available. Let's look at running back. We got a wide receiver. We got our tight end. Wide receivers available. Kind of getting... There's a couple I like. Gallup's still there. QB's just curious who's available. It's amazing how some of these guys fall so freaking far. We're getting closer to on the clock. Singletary is going to go crazy in 2019. Out of the gate, they're going to use this guy. Left to right, there's really no quicker running back probably already in the NFL. I know that sounds bold, and I know people hate that stuff when it hasn't been proven yet, and I don't care. When I said Alvin Kamara would be a top 5 running back, all I heard was, Smitty, you can't say that. He hasn't played a down in the NFL yet. Yes, I can. I've been saying it for 16 years. I can do whatever I want. You don't have to watch the show or the channel. But that's what I'm here for, is to predict the best I can. Go ahead of the curve, around the corner before anybody else is there. I'm trying to predict and see what's around the corner at the curve where no one's at yet, and sometimes I miss. I venture to say I hit a lot more than I miss, and that's why I've survived for 16 years. That's why I am on CBS Sports Radio every Wednesday night, streamed live right here on the Fantasy Football Show. So if you're new, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I go live on the CBS Sports Radio, the Fanatic 1580 AM, the longest fantasy football radio show in the world, on the planet. 23 years running. Nobody has been on the radio, especially terrestrial radio, which is for the young kids out there, on the dial. Nobody has been on the dial for over 23 years. This show has. 23 years. And that's what I do, is drop the bold predictions on that show. And you can listen to it and watch it right here on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday night right here on the Fantasy Football Show. So 10 p.m. Eastern, come back here and watch that show. Is Singletary going to be a running back 1 or 2? I think you take him hoping he's a high-end running back 2, but you don't shart your pants if Devin Singletary blows those expectations out of the water. Again, I'm not calling him the next Alvin Kamara necessarily, but when I said Alvin Kamara would be top 5, people crapped all over that. When I said Pat Mahomes would be top 5, people thought that was pretty silly. Do you guys see who's still available? We're on deck in a second here. Nathan Peterman's still there. We can still get him. we can still get him. Nathan Peterman's still there. Instagram. David Montgomery will finish as the blank underline in PPR, says Justin. Justin, where have you been, by the way? I don't think I've seen you for quite a while. Do you see who's still there? I don't have to whisper anymore because we're on the clock. Jalen. My boy Jalen. Let's get another Samuel on the roster. They are not brothers, but one of them is plural, one is singular. We own them both. Who do we take next? Oh. Do you see who's still there? Pretend the player I want is Waldo. Where is he? Where is he on this list? Where is the player that Smitty... Let me scroll up. Where is the player that Smitty's going to draft? Yeah, there he is. That guy right there. Oops. Honestly, I think it would be awesome. Maya, I love that about you, Smitty, your experience. What I don't love is that I didn't find you until about 2 nights before your world record-breaking scooter show. Seen every show since. Great stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it, Maya. Yes, Madison. You guys are right. Jake, I'm glad that I could help you out by taking Madison for you so that later on when you come to trade with me, I'm going to hold him over your head for ransom. So, I think it would be fun if I didn't draft any more players and still tried to win. What do you guys think? It'd be kind of fun. Look at this team. I admit my wide receivers won't be the best wide receiver crew in this draft, but I think given what we had to do and what we had to work with, given our approach was running back and QB heavy, Mahomes, Kamara. Did I just mute you guys? Mahomes, Kamara, Damien, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, and Joku. Our flex is Devin Singletary. Our other flex is, going to probably be Curtis Samuel at this point, but we're ready to pop on Darwin Thompson. Should they use him, and Damien together, which I don't think they'll do. I think they'll use him a little bit. But I think Jalen Samuels or Alexander Madison might win us the league if one of those guys get into the starting lineup. That's what Smittyville, that's what the fantasy football show is all about. The one lesson, if I was to give you, I think Allison's gone. The one lesson I would give you, or piece of advice I would give you if you're new to the show, is that in round 7 through 12, and you guys can repeat this like your dad when you're repeating with your dad's story, 7 through 12, you can repeat it by heart. Draft the players that can win you a league and be running back ones. I need to have this recorded in like a dad voice. And then when I need to say it, you guys, I can just hit the recording and go, in round 7 through 12, draft running backs that can win you a league. Man versus life. I think of fantasy. Man versus life is just saying some not family-oriented things on Instagram. This is a family show. A family of Samuels is what this show is. And you're coming on my Instagram feed dropping some dirty stuff. Get out of here with that dirty stuff, man versus life. Your first comment was true. That burritos and tacos are the same thing. Just picked up Singletary off waivers. Thumbs up, you guys, says Savvy. My backs are Cook and Carry On. I like that. Geronimo. We'll find out. Waivers wins leagues. Yeah. Ransom accepted. That's funny. How good do you think Sterling will be? I don't think much of Sterling at all, to be quite frank. We are still so far away from picking. This is painful. But, okay, so as your father was saying, if you want to win your league, son, you must draft running backs that can win you a league in rounds 7 through 12. Meaning, you draft Madison, Jalen Samuels, Darrell Henderson, Darwin Thompson, and case in point, Devin Singletary, who is on that list, if not second on that list of players you draft in rounds 7 through 12. Now I'm turning into your mother screaming at you. I'm a mix of your mother and father. Think of me like that. In rounds 7 through 12, you draft those running backs that are going to win you a league by exploding into running back 1 value. You don't take a Corey Davis. I like Larry Fitzgerald, but is Larry Fitzgerald going to win you your league? No. Alexander Madison can. Jalen Samuels can. And look what happened. One of the 5 or 6 running backs I've been touting over and over as the 7 to 12 range running backs that you grab, Devin Singletary, may have just walked people into a huge advantage for their league in 2019. Duke Johnson could be one of them if he falls too. But now anybody that has Devin Singletary is sitting on fire. And they got him in the range that I explained would win you a league if you used that range of players wisely. Free plug for Donkey Cup, just at random. You want to dunk your cookies? Go to donkeycup.com. I also want to say that if you guys play daily fantasy sports, get on over to Monkey Knife Fight and enter promo code Smitty. If you enter promo code Smitty over at monkeyknifefight.com, guess what you get? $50 match on your first $50 deposit, or up to $50 they match whatever you're putting in up to $50. That's at monkeyknifefight.com. Who's Monkey Knife Fight? You're going to start seeing a lot of them. They're the new fantasy football, daily fantasy sports company out there that's kind of popped onto the scene over the last year and a half. And Monkey Knife Fight's like a prop style betting. Think of it like parlays and stuff like that. It's one of the coolest ways to play fantasy. I'm not reading a script. This is just me talking to you honestly about it. And if you go over there and enter promo code Smitty, you will get a match up to, I believe, $50 using promo code Smitty at monkeyknifefight.com. monkeyknifefight.com. Learn about it. I heard you say that Singletary so many times the last 2 months that my wife said I was saying his name in my sleep. That's probably the best testimonial I have ever received in my life, Jay. Maybe the only other one that yeah, that's probably the best testimonial I've ever seen. Let me screenshot that. Jay, email me that. Jay Motorhendy. I want you to email me that. I'm putting that testimonial on sleeperu.com on probably the very top. So Jay, please email me that testimonial. Jay says, let me put that on screen here. Jay says, I heard you say Singletary so many times the last 2 months that my wife said I was saying his name in his sleep. That's probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. To be, as I keep saying all night, to be quite frank. I am turning into my father. To be quite frank, son. Jay. Thanks, Jay. At least you were saying a man's name and that, you know, your wife could at least understand. Had I said something like Sony Michelle over and over, and you're like, Michelle. Jay, you would have been in some trouble. Thank God the guy that I wanted to break out over and over for those 2 months was named Devin and not Michelle. Who's another one that would be bad? I don't know. I think Michelle would be the worst. So, thank God I don't like Sony Michelle this year, Jay. Best testimonial of the year by Jay, right on screen right there. What's up, Kyle? Kyle's crying over here. When do you get Devin Singletary? Well, dude, we stole him away at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th round in this draft. I felt like I wasn't going to get him when I passed on him. Sponge, is that the same question? I appreciate that. What's up? What's up, all? What's up, Devin? What's up, 28? What's up, Lind? What's up, El Nino? We're drafting on youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show. If you want to get over there and watch the draft live, I'm live streaming it on both Instagram and YouTube. You can't really see the picks, but are we almost up? Oh God, I hope I didn't time out. Rate my team, says Matthew. Post it, I'll try. Larry, would you much rather have Brissett or Kyle as a QB2? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong question. Thoughts on Mixon? Not a big fan of Mixon. Nolan at the Fantasy Football Show. McCoy to the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't really care where he goes. He got released for a reason, guys. And same with Hyde. Hyde got traded and shipped off for a reason. Okay, we're up. We're up. Let's look. Do you see who I like on the screen? What's up, Sponge? Darrell Henderson a better flex than Njoku? He could be. Give him a moment, and let's kind of get a feel for what they're going to do and how they're going to use him in week 1. We don't really know for sure how the Rams plan to use Darrell Henderson, so we got to kind of see what's up. Another hot sleeper, John Brown from the Bills, says, Frankie, you could be right, Frankie. You could be right. Fantasy Football Show. No, I'm telling you, it happened. Oh, yeah, I'm not too worried about McCoy. It could be one of those things where he gets cut. You know what I mean? I mean, do you, in a deep league, pick him up too if you own Damien Williams? Sure. Okay, I think I'm going to go with my boy Russell here just to back us up, have a good, solid backup quarterback. I think it's a strong pick when you're talking about 12th, 13th round. I think it's very underrated how important it is to get a good quarterback. Let me type here on Instagram where you can find us. We're on live draft on youtube.com/the fantasy football show. Did I spell it right? I didn't. Damn it. Hold on. We're on the clock. Wide receivers available. Not liking really anything I'm seeing, guys. Let's go back over to running backs because that's what I like to hoard. Do we go Damien Harris? Do we go... Do I take our sleeper here? Or do we assume he falls to us again? He's looking ranking kind of high for running backs. I'm not liking that. That's what scares me a little bit. Should we make a statement and go with the running back I've been talking about? Let's do it. I know this is really early, and I just don't want to miss out by waiting too long. But Dontrelle Hilliard I want to talk about and let you guys know that he is one of my favorite players to draft right now. Let me fix this. I know a lot of people won't understand that pick. Some people might not even know who he is. Let me pin that topic. Okay, so those of you that joining on Instagram, I'm live on youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show doing a live Instagram Expert League draft. The team that I have so far, I'll read it off to you on Instagram because you don't know yet. And those of you watching on YouTube can just check out the team. Enjoy. Soak it in. Patty Mahomes. Alvin Kamara. Damien Williams. Calvin Ridley. Tyler Boyd. David Njoku. Devin Singletary. And then the rest of my team is full of Russell Wilson, Alexander Madison, Jalen Samuels, Curtis Samuel, the wide receiver for the Panthers, Darwin Thompson I paired with my Damien Williams. And then I took a guy a little bit early, but he was climbing up the pre-rank list in an odd way. I don't know why they had him so far. He's really within one, like not even a scroll of the running backs left. And that's my sleeper of the year when we're talking about not just deep sleepers, deep, deep sleeper. And deep, deep sleeper, my number one is Dontrelle Hilliard, the backup running back in Cleveland. This guy, Dontrelle Hilliard, gives me that warm and fuzzy feeling that I get once in a while. I don't know why. Call it gut instinct in a lot of ways. But I think Dontrelle Hilliard could be one of those players that becomes relevant and everybody's racing to pick him up. I say it every year about 2 or 3 guys. This is one of the guys I'm telling you right now that I think Dontrelle Hilliard is very, 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 very relevant. McCoy signed a 1-year deal with the Chiefs, according to a lot of people in here reporting. I'm live right now. I can pull it up actually on my iPad here. I've got like 3 different devices going, streaming something. But I don't know what that means right now. I think it's a good move by the Chiefs to just get another running back on the roster. They clearly were not happy with Hyde. But I don't know that it does much at all in terms of Damien Williams' his playing time. It's a very complicated system that Damien Williams has down. And even though McCoy's a veteran, to learn that system is going to be near impossible for McCoy to do anytime soon. So Darwin's the backup. LeSean McCoy, who knows if he even makes the roster? Who knows how healthy he even is? And would he even be remotely close to the same type of player? Now, anybody, including one of our grandmothers, could run behind that offensive line and in that offense and do rather well. But I think Darwin could run circles around McCoy at this stage in McCoy's career. There's a reason McCoy was cut. I don't know that McCoy still has it. We'll find out. But no running back by committee in Kansas City. I'm not worried about that at all. Not worried at all. No more Darwin what? No idea what you're talking about. McCoy has worked with Reed before, says Jake. Yeah, well, it doesn't mean we can't grab him too. And we'd have the trio. It's not a bad idea. If you're in a league where you can grab, if your rosters are deep enough, and these rosters are pretty deep, if you want to grab a backup, even 2 backups to your 1 starter, and it makes you comfortable and you have locked and loaded a top 5 to 10 running back, why is it a wasted space? To me, it's not. Let's look at the running backs that are available. Damian Harris is there. Crockett, Malcolm Brown, Chase Edmonds isn't a bad backup running back to grab. Adrian Peterson could get touches. Armstead is not a bad look. Dexter Williams, the backup in Green Bay, I like. Olsen in Atlanta could be a nothing or potentially see starts. Who knows? He's good enough. And then at wide receiver, I'm not liking a lot of these options. Debo's pretty good. He'll fall though. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those options really. You only got Darwin, Jake. Well, go check and see if McCoy's still there. But I don't know that I would freak out about it, bro. Darwin's the guy. Like, McCoy's old. Right, Instagram? How high did you draft Singletary? Round 7, Jake. He fell to me at round 7. It was crazy. Thoughts on Mike Evans? I love him. Top 15 overall player, and he goes like at 18 sometimes. Does this hurt Darwin a lot? No. Singletary or Duke Johnson? Singletary. Well, that's close, but Singletary. What happened with Darwin's value? Everyone keeps asking the same thing. McCoy has been in Reed's system for years. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them to bring him in. Damien Williams, no. Damien's not. Damien's fine. Ugh, McCoy. Are people really that worried about, like, a team has to have 2 or 3 running backs, guys. Like, they could bring in anybody. Reed brought in a guy he felt comfortable with, maybe to even help teach Damien. Yeah, McCoy is 300 years old. That's correct. Larry, I know it's past your bedtime. Get out of here, buddy. We appreciate you. Okay, do you guys want me to take McCoy here? Would that make you feel more comfortable? Is McCoy even available? Can't even see him. Is he on this list? Would that make you feel more comfortable? Let's look for him. He's not. Someone must have taken him up above, which is fine. I'm not even worried about it. Damien Harris. Let's take Damien. Nailed it. Yeah, I'm not. I love how everyone's freaking out about LeSean McCoy. He's old. He was cut. He was cut for a reason. 2 bench spots left. Thank God there's no kicker in this league. 2 bench spots left and a kicker. We're almost done with this draft. 198 people in the room. Let's push it over 200. Push it. Don't worry about LeSean McCoy. Don't worry about LeSean McCoy. Yeah, I didn't know if anybody took him. Should we go? Let's see. Let's see the tight ends that are available. Is he even available? I think he's gone. Hawkinson. Let's check. Hawkinson looks gone. I'm not worried about a backup tight end right now. Defense. Because I really don't care about the players that are left right now, I'm going to go with the Brownies, who are my sleeper D. Because we're in round 15. I don't care. Well, let me show you the draft. All teams. Here we go. I'm going to scroll through the draft for those of you that are just here and just new, just getting into the show. Barkley, Kamara, McCaffrey, Elliott, Mike Thomas, Devontae Adams, Hopkins, Mixon for you on Instagram. I'm reading the top guys that were taken. Hopkins, Mixon went 8, DJ went 9, Connor went 10, Dalvin Cook went 11, Julio went 12, Gurley went 13, way too high. Odell 14, Nick Chubb 15, Juju 16, Lev Bell 17. Lev Bell fell far. He's going in the top 7 or 8 in a lot of drafts. How did Lev Bell fall to 17 overall? Tyreek Hill 18, Travis Kelce 19, Mike Evans 20, Antonio Brown 21, Keenan Allen 22, Patty Mahomes to us at 23. Yeah, deal with it, all of you don't draft a QB early haters. Kerryon Johnson a little early at 24. First pick in the 3rd round, 25, Amari Cooper. Damien Williams went to the Fantasy Football Show. No, I'm not worried about LeSean McCoy. Like, give me a break. Every team needs more than one backup running back. Of course he's like, hey, come in, LeSean. Like he's going to take over on one of the most complex offenses in the NFL right away. Like, are you kidding me? Damien Williams didn't know even half of the offense when he got shoved in, and they had to tweak things so he could be involved and move him along slowly. LeSean McCoy is not just going to know everything right away. Yes, he's familiar with Andy Reid and a lot of his systems, but it's not going to just be like he'll know everything and everything that they have set up and learn all of their plays. And it's complex. Damien's fine. McCoy, yeah, I agree. McCoy would be a waste of a pick, but everyone was talking about it over and over. So I'm like, you want me to take LeSean McCoy? Apparently somebody already took him, which is fine. Chris Carson, 27. Josh Jacobs, 28. George Kittle, 29. Aaron Jones, 30. You're definitely a Pat Mahomes hater, but you should always get your guy. Draft with confidence. That's what I'm talking about, Kyle. You don't always have to agree. At least you could be respectful about it like you were. Just because you might like, you could like Russell Wilson number 1 over Mahomes, and I wouldn't think you're a total moron or an idiot or anything. I'd be like, dude, trust your gut. I don't agree, but trust your gut. That's the way it rolls. That's the way things should roll, Kyle. Fournette, 31. David Montgomery, 32. Adam Thielen, 33. Stephon Diggs, 34. Zach Ertz, 35. Devontae Freeman, 36. Brandon Cooks, 37. Derrick Henry, 38. Tyler Lockett, 39. Sony Michel, 40. T.Y. Hilton, 41. Edelman, 42. Melvin Gordon, 43. James White, 44. We just hit 100 thumbs up. I appreciate everybody who's hitting that thumbs up. We just hit 200 people in the room and 100 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love and support. You guys rock. Robert Woods, 45. Chris Godwin, 46. Calvin Ridley, 47. Galladay, 48. Marlon Mack, 49. Tyler Boyd, 50. 51 Ingram. 52 Deshaun Watson. 53 Dede. Landry, 54. Coleman, 55. Cooper Kupp, 56. Josh Gordon, 57. Mike Williams, 58. Allen Robinson, 59. Lindsey, 60. Hunter Henry, 61. Duke Johnson, 62. DJ Moore, 63. Tariq Cohen, 64. OJ Howard, 65. Darius Geis, 66. Aaron Rodgers, 67. Miles Sanders, 68. Evan Ingram, 69. Alshon Jeffrey, 70. Devin Singletary to us, the Fantasy Football Show, at 71. Matt Ryan, 72. Will Fuller, 73. Darwin Thompson to us at 74. No, I'm not worried about LeSean McCoy for the 100,000th time. Roger says, Smitty, show rocks. Thank you, sir. Eckler, 75. Sterling Shepard, 76. Drake, 77. Marvin Jones, 78. Lat Murray, 79. Robbie Anderson, 80. Jared Cook, 81. Mayfield, 82. AJ Green was a good pick at 83. Christian Kirk. Royce Freeman. Darrell Henderson, 86. Breda, 87. Washington, 88. 89 is Carson Wentz. 90 would be Emmanuel Sanders. 91 Watkins. Kyler Murray, 92. Rashad Penny, 93. Cam Newton, 94. Curtis Samuel to us, 95. Austin Hooper, 96. LeSean McCoy, 97. That's where McCoy went. Njoku, 98. Vance McDonald, 99. Crowder, 100. Hines, 101. Deion Lewis, 102. Peyton Barber, 103. Dante Pettis, 104. Carlos Hyde, 105. Valdez Scantling, 106. Cortland Sutton, I like that, at 107. Roethlisberger, good value at 108. Larry Fitzgerald, 109. Balaj at 110. Geronimo Allison at 111. At 112, Kiki. Pollard at 113. Justin Jackson, 114. Juwan Howard, 115. Gallup, 116. 117 is Corey Davis. Tyrell Williams went 118. 119, Jalen Samuels. That's who I took. DK Metcalf, 120. The Bears D at 121. Alexander Madison at 122. I'm just going to read them off from here. Look at Unburger dropping the $100 super chat again. Unburger, 100 bones. Unburger's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Unberg. Dude, Gravel drops loads on this show. No one's dropped, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. No one, you and Tony, I have to give Tony a plug because Tony's been doing it too. You and Tony are the biggest load droppers on my show. You guys just get on and drop loads constantly. It's crazy. It's filthy. Unburger drops $100 in the super chat. Please use this money and take Miss Smitty out for some drinks at Bar Louie tomorrow. Also, have a draft coming up on Monday evening. May need help. Unburger, you email me and I'm going to call you before your draft, Unburger. You hear me? Unburgerleavable. Freaking Unburger. Dropping the $100 super chat. We call him Moneybags Umberger. What's up, Sports Mixer? Just dropped Ronald Jones, Smitty in a 12-man league. Okay. Unburger. Unburger's filthy. Okay. Crockett. What's our team look like? We need two players. I'm going to time out if I'm not careful. Umberger! What do you guys think of Armstead here? I'm going to go Snell. I know it's crazy, but I want to have the backups. Who do you keep, Samuels or Penny? I keep Samuels. Umberger's unbelievable. We're up again. I think it's our last pick. Thank God. I feel like this draft is dragging a little bit. Armstead? T.Y. What about Johnson? Detroit running back. Should we take him? You know me. I like running backs. 200 people. 100 likes. Good stuff. Kyle says, man, I really need to get on YouTube. Umberger and Tony and a lot of people and Posner, again, sorry about missing yours. You guys are always throwing, even if it's $2, like I always appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Oh, I'm on the clock. Ty, do I take Ty? Do I take Johnson, the backup running back in Detroit, or do I take Armstead? Come on. We're going to review these teams. MT, Hilliard's gone. You know why? I took him. Nailed it. Right there. Hilliard. 146, baby. 146. I like Armstead, too. I was debating. I was going back and forth. Back and forth. I like this guy, though. But who knows, you know. All right, let's look at these teams. I don't care about the rest of this draft. There's like 7 picks left. Let's start off with the Fantasy Football Show. And let's put it by roster. Here we go. Analyzing the rosters. And again, I want to say thank you to Unburger. Unburger with the $100 super chat. That's my boy. Unburger. Running back by committee in Kansas City. No, Martin. No. Jeremy says, boom, you just won your league. Let's put that comment up here. Umberger, if you have a question, hit me with it. But I'm going to call you. Okay. Just email me, Umberger, from your account on sleeperu.com. All right, you guys ready? Recap of the draft. Mahomes, Kamara, Damien Williams backed up by Darwin Thompson. No, we don't need LeSean McCoy. Give me a freaking break. Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, and Njoku. Devin Singletary. Cleveland Browns sleeper defense, Curtis Samuel, Jalen Samuels, Alexander Madison, Russell Wilson, Dontrelle Hilliard, my sleeper. Dontrelle Hilliard, do you hear me? Smitty, how do you feel about Shady to KC? This is like the most talked about question over and over and over. I don't feel much at all. Would I take him in a very deep league and pair him to my Darwin and Damien? Yes, if you're in a very deep league and you can afford to have 3 running backs on the same roster, why not protect your top 5 to 10 running back? Why not? Why not? Benny Snell, Ty Johnson, Damian Harris, Dontrelle Hilliard, Russell Wilson. I love this team. Championship. Top 5 team at least, right? At this point, we haven't looked at all the rosters yet, but top 5 team, I'd say. Next team is Big Dog. Matt Ryan, Barkley, Carry-On, Amari Cooper, Galladay, Hooper, Mack, Fuller, Bears D, McCoy, Metcalf. I'm not worried about that bench at all, scaring me. That bench can... Ryan, Barkley, Carry-On, Cooper. That's okay. It's not... I wouldn't say that... I'd say that's like middle of the pack, but not like horrible or anything. M Song 13. Newton, McCaffrey, Carson, I think was way too high. Keenan, Allen, Godwin, Vance McDonald. I'm not going to say bad, but I'm not like scared of this team. I didn't shart my pants or anything. I think middle of the pack. One good thing happens, that team could do well. Let's dismiss that. Cam, okay, so got that team, I'd say middle of the pack at best. Right now, one thing happens, you can do well. Deshaun Watson, Elliott, I like that duo. Jacobs, Antonio Brown, Robert Woods, Ingram, Penny. Bench is okay. They have no home run hitters like we do. Sanders or Singletary, bro. But this team, I'd say middle of the pack, but potentially top 6 because I like Antonio Brown. If Jacobs pops, you got Elliott, Watson. It's a pretty good team. I'd say this team is definitely borderline top 6. I don't know that it's in the top 3 or 4, but it's borderline top 6. Team commish. Kyler Murray, James White, Miles Sanders, very weak wide receivers, running backs, bro. But Mike Thomas, Mike Evans, Kittle, you killed it on that end of your team and your roster. Drake, I don't like a lot, not much on the bench at all. So, you live and die by whether one of your running backs hits it for you. But Kittle, I love. Evans, I love. Mike Thomas, I love. But I think you're going to fall a little bit short unless you pop at one of those players down below. And I don't see any that have that potential. So waiver wire for you. But that team could do well if you get somebody in there. But that's a tough one. Devin Singletary over Miles. How is that funny, Evan? Miles might not even get like starter touches. They're going to do a running back by committee. Singletary's the guy. Like, that's not even, I agree that's not even close. Maybe you're laughing in favor of Singletary. If not, take a lap right now, Evan. If you're all on board with that, then we are on the same page, you and I. And it's okay if you like Miles more. If someone's laughing that we like Singletary more, it's like, what the F are you watching right now? Do you know what's going on in the world? So this team is borderline top 6, but lots of questions. Next team, Powell, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Melvin Gordon, Devontae Adams, Landry, Kelsey. I like this team a lot. I'd say top 4. Powell, top 4 team here. If Aaron Jones hits, and Melvin Gordon comes back, you are sitting pretty. If Melvin Gordon doesn't come back, you are 4 to 6 overall. But if Melvin Gordon comes back, you're a top 4 team, Powell. And you might be the Fantasy Football Show member, is what I would think, in sleeperu.com. You're a sleeperu.com member, aren't you? Now it makes sense, Powell. Team Ace, Breeze, Fournette, Coleman, Tevin Coleman, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Jordan Reed, Edelman, Geis. So Edelman, Geis, those guys, if they go nuts, you have a really good chance of, I think, having a top 6 team. I'm not super high in Fournette. I think Coleman's okay. 2 amazing wide receivers in Hopkins and Hill. And so it really is going to boil down to one of you having 1 or 2 of these guys go nuts for you to get you into top 4 contention, but borderline top 6 team. I like it, Ace. You didn't do yourself dirty. You did good. Wentz, Mixon, Bell, Hilton, Cooper Kupp, OJ Howard, David Montgomery. I'm not a big fan of Mixon, but you have Bell and Montgomery, in my opinion, as your top 2 running backs. Yeah, I know. Smitty, how do you not like Mixon? I think Mixon's a fine player with what you have here. Hilton and Kupp are kind of like our wide receivers, very underrated. And so I like what you've done here. Borderline top 6 team for sure. A lot of things could happen for you, or you could take a dive with Bell and Mixon and Kupp. And Hilton, really. I mean, you have a risk-averse team here. But anyways, so not bad. The real guru, he says, I'm the real guru. Goff, David Johnson, Sony Michel, Juju, Thielen, Cook, Josh Gordon, Tyreek Cohen. Not a ton on the bench, but I would say this is maybe a 6-7 overall team. We're running out of top 6 spots to give out. But that's just the way a lot of these drafts go. A lot of teams are kind of equal. Baker, Connor, Team Glusman, you're going to need to come get both your backup running backs to feel good at night when you go to bed, when your head hits the pillow and you're trying to see if you can sleep at night because Connor is your number one running back. The Chiefs signed Shady McCoy, Roger. We've been talking about that for like an hour. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate it, though. Love Hilton, but no luck, says Jeremy. Should you draft Zeke at number 7? Donnie, go take a lap around your building or your house or wherever for asking that question. Where's my take a lap? Take a lap. Donnie, that's not the right question to ask. You should take Zeke number 4, not number 7. If he falls to you at 7, yes, you need to grab him. Take a lap. Come back when you're done. Let us know that you've taken your lap. And then you can come back into the show. Mayfield, Connor, Chubb, Diggs. This we have Team Glusman. We have your backup running backs. We have Snell and Singletary. I'm sorry, Snell and Jalen Samuels, and we have Hilliard. We have your backups. So I'm going to look at your team and see if we can do any kind of trading. But you're going to need these backups. Diggs, Lockett. It's a good team. I like it. You could be definitely in the top 6. Fantasy follow, Cook. So Lamar Jackson, I'm not a fan of. I don't think he's a good running back 1 for the whole year. Could he be in spots? A lot of people either like him or I don't know. Lamar Jackson, Dalvin Cook, I love. We've got your backup in Madison. Derrick Henry, Odell, Allen Robinson, Ertz, Duke Johnson, AJ Green. I like this. This is a upper half team. And 1 or 2 things happen, you are also in the mix. Roethlisberger, Gurley, not a fan of Gurley. Devonta Freeman and Gurley are 2 very risky running backs. Julio, Cooks, Henry, Lindsey. It's still a good team. It's just one of those middle of the pack, not horrible teams. There are a lot of them in this draft. I have to say, there are only 1 or 2 teams that really, I think, can compete with us. I think Powell had the best team out of everybody else beside us. I think Aaron Jones, Rodgers, Melvin Gordon, Adams, Landry, Kelsey. That's a very good team. But I think what's going to be the difference maker for us is when we get one of these running backs to pop. Just like I preached about going and getting Devin Singletary in every single draft you were in. And look what happened. You now have yourself a potentially high running back 2 with upside for more to shart your pants if he gets in there and does what I think he can do. Devin Singletary will make you shart your pants. He will also break your ankles if you're a defender, but he'll make you as a fantasy owner shart your pants. I need to make a shirt that says Devin Singletary breaks defenders' ankles and makes fantasy owners shart their pants. I think that will be a shirt that I'm going to sell. Would any of you buy that shirt if I made it? It's a long one, but I think it's worth making and worth reading, and definitely like one of those like what do you call them? Service announcements or whatever. So Devin Singletary will break defenders' ankles and make fantasy owners shart their pants. I'm going to start selling that shirt. Damien Williams and Darwin is fire. Kamara's fire. Pat Mahomes is fire. Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd are going to explode and be so underrated. So we had to go cheap at wide receiver, but we did really well with that. Devin Singletary is our flex. And then between these running backs, between Samuel Snell, Damian Harris, Dontrelle Hilliard, Alexander Madison, and then our Curtis Samuel potential flex, I love it. Jamal says he'd buy it for sure. You know who would buy it? Unberger. Unberger would buy 100 of them. That's what would happen. I would say, guys, I have 100 shirts to sell. Unberger would be like, I'll take all 100. Oh, Unberger. Unbergerleavable. Singletary is going to be amazing, says Matthew. I agree. Dude is made out of paper mache. Who is? 100. You'd buy the shirt. Shady definitely doesn't help Damien or Darwin. I don't think he hurts anything, bro. We'll see. Hey, Smitty, how do you feel about Galladay? I like Galladay. I think Galladay has a lot of upside. He's in an offense the Lions are going to run a lot more. than they used to. Unburger, another $5. Unburger's up to 105. I think Galladay will do well. They're just in a run-first offense, but he is the number one, so I think he'll still eat, to answer your question. But Unburger's here. I have to address Unburger's question. Unburger is in the VIP lounge right now. So if you don't own Damien Williams, do you drop Darwin now that McCoy is signed? No, I do not. Darwin is still gold. Unburger. It's a good question because everybody is seeming to ask that question. This signing doesn't do anything to Darwin. Darwin's fire. If you have the roster spots and you own Damien and your league is big, why not pick him up and just wait and then make a decision later? Even if it's like to drop if your kicker's not great or something, drop your kicker or your backup defense for sure. And hold McCoy until you figure out what's what and feel comfortable making a decision. Grabbing him, yeah, Umberger is the GOAT. Grabbing him and holding on to him is not a horrible idea. But Darwin knows the offense better than McCoy. Even though McCoy knows read, it's still an offense that he's got to learn in all the play calling, all the spots he's got to be in. It's not just going to translate immediately because he has a history with read. It makes it easier. But Darwin's the backup. Don't drop Darwin for McCoy. Picking up McCoy, also if you're in a deep league, isn't the worst idea. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. So that is the team, folks. That is it. I like it. I like our odds. I think our team's the best. I think Mahomes and Kamara and Damien carry us week after week. I think Singletary is going to pop for us. I think Singletary was a steal in the 7th round for us. Why he fell, I don't know. I considered taking him instead of Boyd. And I was like, we got to get a wide receiver. Let's just hope that Singletary falls. And what happened? Singletary fell to our 7th round pick, which is phenomenal. I can't believe it. Can't believe it! All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate every single one of you. I expect Zeke to sign this weekend. Pollard is not a guy I'd drop, though. Go get Pollard after Zeke signs. I do expect Zeke to sign this weekend. But Melvin Gordon's a little more ways away. He got permission to seek a trade. So that's good. But I think that more so just forces him to realize that he can't get out of this. He better just freaking do it. What without roster spots? I'm not sure what you mean. Damien is going to fall so far in drafts now. No, he's not, Dylan. Because of LeSean McCoy? Maybe you're right, because people are freaking out in here. You could be right, man. You could be right that people are going to freak, but I don't think anybody's right that believes that McCoy is going to take the job there. He got cut for a reason in Buffalo. If you guys play daily fantasy sports, especially Umberger, go to monkeyknifefight.com. Monkeyknifefight.com. Enter promo code Smitty, and they will match up to $50 for a limited time, up to $50 your first $50 that you deposit. I don't know if it has to be in one lump sum, but your first deposit, they will match up to $50. monkeyknifefight.com. They're up and coming. I want to thank all of you who make this show great. It's you guys that make this show. My goal is to get you a 10 to 2 show every day, Monday through Friday. And then on Sundays, we do a show as well. So like 6 days a week, I want to bring you a fantasy football show that's like 4 hours long. This is an hour and 40 minutes. Imagine a 4-hour show, like a Mike and Mike show, like an ESPN show. That's what I want to do for you. You spreading the word helps me get there. You, Unburger, dropping a super chat, all of you that drop a super chat, even if it's $1, all of that helps me grow this show into what I hope it to be in 1-2 years from now. We went from 0 subscribers to 2,500 in like 6 months, really. And I think that we get to 10,000 by the end of the year. And I think heading into this time next year, from January until this time next year, we might turn that 10,000 into 20. So a year from today, I hope we're at 20,000 followers. If we are, we're going to be sitting in such prime position for what I'm talking about, what I'm planning for, which is a daily fantasy show for you guys. Whether it's 10 to 2 or 4 to 7 or 4 to 8 at night, I don't know yet. But I do know that I will take a poll and find out what the best time frame is for everybody. And that's my goal with this. My goal is to get there, to be the first and only hardcore YouTube daily fantasy show to the degree that I'm talking about, which is no one's doing. So I appreciate every single one of you. Hit that thumb up button on the way out if you would, please. We have 115 likes, 160 people still in the room. We just had 200 people in the room, but they're trailing out because I said I was going to go. But hit the thumbs up on the way out. And once this video processes, what they're going to do is all the live chat will be visible. The chat will be cleared out. You'll basically be able to comment, put a comment out, be the first person to comment, ask me a question. I'm the most interactive fantasy football YouTube show, I think, on the web, and I'll answer your show. I'm reading Kyle 24-hour show. Answer your question in the comments. So please comment below. Spread the word. Post this link. If you can't tell the people in your league, tell the person at the water cooler at work about the show. Please get it bigger. You helping me get it bigger helps you get a 10 to 2 show or a 4 to 8 p.m. show every night. It's on you. And you guys have carried the show this far. You are the reason we are what we are. Thank you very much.